I did want to get your opinion about a major change that's happening in professional wrestling. And I know as a rule, we don't talk about a ton of WWE stuff, but it does feel like we're doing back to back WWE topics here because this Friday is going to be the last ever SmackDown on Fox.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't say the last ever. Never say never for in the future, but this will be the end of that contract. And when you look back in your rearview mirror, Jim, and you think back 5 years ago when this was announced, boy, this was received as being the biggest possible news WWE could have. You're going to get like $1 billion and be on broadcast television. I mean, we had all seen the specials once upon a time, a Saturday night's main event or main event on NBC and then later Fox, but a weekly recurring live WWE broadcast, not on cable where wrestling has ruled for decades, but on broadcast television, felt like a major feather in the cap for WWE. Fox did not get a return on this investment. Fox was disappointed and did not renew the contract. So next week, SmackDown will be back on USA. Does this feel like a loss to you, not just for WWE, but for wrestling? Like, I know that broadcast television, it's not what it once was because
Right.
now everybody streams everything. But
That's a key point, Conrad. Just what you said. That's a key point. It's fragmented so much that it doesn't carry the cachet that it used to.
right,
Not that it's a bad thing, and I'm not downgrading their status, but the issue is that USA, since the first days of the 1 hour Monday Night Raws, taking every other week, et cetera, have changed. And so I think USA has as much right to say that they're the wrestling station as anybody else that WWE deals with. So it'll be fun to see how that evolves. And of course, we've got the ever popular uh, minute by minute ratings that tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Sometimes they're fair, sometimes they're not, but it'll be a little bit of a challenge, I think, to get that audience to find you on same night, same time, but on a different network. And going to USA to me is not a downgrade at all.
yeah, I don't consider it necessarily a downgrade, but I'm curious. Do you think perhaps because nobody ever really talks about this in wrestling, but because we're all sort of in the bubble and we know the difference, but I'm wondering to a non wrestling person, if they're in the television industry, they're an ad buyer, they work for a media company, they work for an ad agency, what have you. When WWE isn't successful with the Fox relationship, I worry that that could have trickle down effects where now it's like, well, if WWE couldn't make it work, why would we think AEW could make it work? Well, if WWE couldn't make it work, why would we think Impact could make it work? And I'm not saying either one of those are vying to be on broadcast television. I just really like when wrestling deals are successful because it makes people want to do more of those deals. Do you think there will be any negative lingering effects in the ad buying or mainstream television community about wrestling since this Fox deal was not the hit they expected?
I think as long as the TV ratings are competitive and and look good, they're good on paper, they're good to the eye, it'll be fine. Uh, they do a good job of their weekly television. I thought SmackDown before the change was really good. I really do. So I don't know. Time will tell. It's one of those situations where it's not a good answer, but time will tell if they hit and the ratings stay consistent, or they add to the audience from their established USA network. Now USA's got NXT, they got Raw, and they'll have SmackDown. Plenty of reasons for a wrestling fan to invest their time and their TV time in uh, on the show. So should be good. Should be good. I'm pulling for them because uh, high tide lifts all boats, as we said before, and I think these guys will take advantage of this opportunity and look at it as an opportunity to take care of their business.
There was a photo that was leaked last week, Jim, that caught me by surprise. I don't know why I'm surprised by things like this. You've seen it a million times, but someone, I think probably who worked at the building, snapped a photo of what was going on in the ring before they opened the doors for fans. And this to me made me do a double take. I've been fortunate enough to see this sort of thing before, but it was always sort of understood. Hey, now no pictures. You can't take pictures. But when this was posted online, man, people lost their mind. What do you think of this photo being leaked, Jim?
Somebody's a chicken shit, quite frankly. Really, I mean, I got to give me attention. I took this picture, but nobody's going to know. And it's all that. It's just unprofessional and has no place. Whoever did it should be fired. Simple as that. Shouldn't go to HR. Just, hey, look, we're done. You broke a rule that is important to maintain. And so, but that picture is very revealing. It tells multiple stories. And so in that respect, it's unique. As you can see, all the talents hanging around. That's kind of a typical thing. Everybody's, going through their paces, trying to get their timing together and all those things. So it's daunting. I don't like it. I don't like when things like that happen. It's not fair to the talent. You're not giving them any break. Their job is hard enough as it is, notwithstanding the fact that we're going to take a picture of it and see two guys that are feuding, shall we say, in conversation in the ring. Just no place for it. And whoever did it should be fired.
Have I told you what I'm helping people with in my real life? Yeah, I'm helping them save money over at savewithconrad.com. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Go get yourself a quick quote. Interest rates have improved and people are realizing, hey, now's a chance to save some cash. And I'm talking to you, if you're still on the fence about buying a house, we can get you out of that apartment, tell your landlord to kiss your grits, and get you into a brand new house. You can do that with 5% down, with 3.5% down. And yes, there are still no money down options available in 2024. SaveWithConrad.com is your first step. We're going to ask you, hey, where are you now and where would you like to be? And we're going to get you on a path to fit those short-term goals, but really meet the long-term goal that we all want. And that's to appreciate the American dream. The American dream isn't to give 29% of your gross monthly income every month until you die to some banker. No, you want to own that thing for real. Your own piece of land for you and your family, your legacy. And we want to help you get one for yourself at savewithconrad.com. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need money out of your pocket. And maybe you've already got a house, but it'd be nice if you could pay a little less. We're routinely finding a way to help our podcast listeners combine all of their debt, and I mean all of it. Credit cards, personal loans, even car payments. Get it into one low monthly payment. Not only is it a better interest rate, it's also a greater tax deduction, but maybe most importantly, a much cheaper payment. We're routinely helping our podcast listeners save $500, $600, $700, even $800 a month. But how much can you save? Find out right now at savewithconrad.com.
You guys, the housing market's really good right now, too, for you folks out there that are thinking of making a change in your overhead or your living conditions. Now's not a bad time to make that move. Nowhere better to do it than savewithconrad.com. He's going to save you money. He's going to be honest. And it's like dealing with a friend, an educated friend. And boy, there's a lot of uneducated and unfriendly people in that world. Conrad Thompson is not one of them.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Jim. Check out our reviews online. You're going to see we've got more than 1,000 5-star reviews. Customer service is what it's all about. We want to be your mortgage advisor for life. So there's no application fee. There's no credit report fee. We just want to talk, man. Hey, tell us where you are and tell us where you want to be, and we'll try to help you get a plan to get there. We want to be your advocate, your humble advocate at savewithconrad.com.
Attaboy, Connie. Look at those cheeks, ladies. Look at those cheeks, ladies and gentlemen. My God.
How could you say no to that, right?
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender.
SaveWithConrad.com.